What's up everyone, welcome to FilmSpot, and today we will be talking about the best upcoming movies. The wait for Black Adam 2 won't be as long as the first movie, promises producers of the Dwayne Johnson starring franchise. After being attached as the DC icon for over a decade, Johnson has officially entered the DCEU as Black Adam, making this the first time the character has appeared in live action. It wasn't until January 2017 that Warner Bros. Greenlit Black Adam, letting Johnson have his own solo film rather than star in Shazam, as that was the initial plan. As of this week, Black Adam has finally opened in theaters, telling the tragic backstory of Teth Adam, a Kahndaq slave who is granted godlike abilities and becomes one of the DCEU's primary anti-heroes. Black Adam explored Johnson's titular character being freed from his 5,000-year-long imprisonment as he awakens in modern times, discovering what has happened to his home, Kahndaq. While going after Sabbac and the Intergang organization, Black Adam also faced some traditional superheroes in the form of the Justice Society of America. The DCEU installment also concluded with Henry Cavill returning to the DCEU as Superman, teasing a big battle against Black Adam in a future storyline. While Black Adam is now playing in theaters worldwide, to say that it was a long wait is an understatement, as it was stuck in development hell for a few years until principal photography began in 2021. If Black Adam 2 ends up happening, the creative team aims to get the film out a lot sooner than they did with the first installment. In a new interview with Comic Book, Black Adam producers Hiram Garcia and Beau Flynn spoke about the prospects of a sequel in the coming years. While aware that the first installment took a long time to put together, both producers assured that Black Adam 2 would be made a lot faster, even though they didn't give away any plot details for Black Adam 2. The Conjuring 4 has officially tapped the screenwriters of the previous two films to return for another terrifying outing. Although the Conjuring universe has expanded to include films following such other supernatural threats as Annabelle and its two follow-up films, The Nun and its upcoming sequel, The Curse of La Llorona, the core series is still going strong after debuting in 2013 with James Wan's The Conjuring, which was a massive hit, making $319.5 million off a budget of $20 million. All three Conjuring films follow the exploits of real-life paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, as played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. According to Deadline, the untitled sequel, The Conjuring 4, has been officially confirmed, with screenwriter David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick tapped to return after writing both The Conjuring 2 and The Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It. Director James Gunn and producer Peter Safran have officially been tapped to lead Warner Bros. Discovery's DC studios, including the DCEU. 2022 has been a big shakeup year for Warner Bros. Discovery following their merger. As CEO David Zaslav and his team are restructuring the new studio, it has also caused the DC IPs to be affected, as several projects have been pulled back. One of the big headlines for the studio in 2022 was the sudden cancellation of the Batgirl movie, which finished principal photography. The new regime also scrapped other DC projects that were in development, including Wonder Twins and Strange Adventures. Despite that, DC remains a big priority for Warner Bros. Discovery as they look to make it one of their leading franchises. Following the departure of Walter Hamada as the head of DC Films, the studio has actively been searching for a new boss to lead their films and TV shows. Hamada's last contract was initially set to run through 2023, but the Batgirl cancellation caused him to step down from his position after the release of Black Adam. One of the candidates that Warner Bros. Discovery was eyeing for the position was Dan Lin, but discussions ultimately fell through, causing the studio to continue its search. The search has officially ended, as The Hollywood Reporter reveals that Gunn and Safran are set to lead Warner Bros. Discovery's DC studios, which will include movies, TV shows, and animation. DC Studios will also officially replace the DC Films division. Gunn will focus heavily on the creative side, while Safran takes on business responsibilities. While it will likely be some time before Gunn and Safran's full plans will be unveiled, this is a huge step forward for the DC brand. Since Joss Whedon's Justice League in 2017, the DCEU has been in constant flux as Warner Bros. Has tried to figure out how to best proceed with the interconnected franchise. By having its dedicated studio and two heads leading the charge, this can be the start of more consistency, whether it's shared universes, including the Arrowverse and DCEU, or independent continuities, which is what the Batman and Joker franchises fall into. Since Gunn and Safran will officially be in charge as of November 1st, it will be interesting to see how they play things out in 2023, with Shazam! Fury of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom slated to hit theaters. Time will tell how DC Studios will function compared to DC Films, but this will, without a doubt, be a huge game changer no matter what happens. As the DCEU continues to go forward, now under new leadership, it will be an intriguing journey to follow over the next couple of years. Showrunner Ryan Condal has revealed the name and patronage of the enormous, beastly dragon seen in the Jowls of Dragonstone during House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 10, The Black Queen. Set 200 years before Game of Thrones, the prequel series is an examination of the Targaryen Civil War, known in-world as the Dance of the Dragons. House of the Dragon features many of the familiar names of its predecessor, and packed all the fantasy action, betrayals, and mystical beasts beloved by fans into its inaugural season. Given the show's focus on Westeros' dragon-riding family, the Targaryens, there is significant screen time allotted to the flying, fire-breathing beasts. The Targaryens and their children are born with an innate sense for dragon riding, and each offspring becomes bonded to a dragon in time. The dragons, Westeros' equivalent of a nuclear weapon, are the Targaryen family's most empowering asset, comparable to the Lannisters' immense wealth or the Starks' sense of duty and fairness in Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon Season 1 concludes with two warring factions of Targaryens, each equipped with a cohort of dragons of varying size and strength. During an interview with Variety, Condal identifies the fearsome dragon visited by Daemon Targaryen in House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 10. Condal said that it is one of the unclaimed dragons that lives in the Dragonmont, Vermithor, the Bronze Fury, King Jaehaerys' dragon, the king that we saw in the opening of the first episode, the king that passes on his succession to Viserys. Vermithor is one of the most iconic dragons in the franchise's lore, and flies as one of the largest dragons in Westeros history. Having belonged to the mighty King Jaehaerys, Vermithor has the distinction of being a dragon of the crown. The beast is about 100 years old during the Dance of the Dragons, and has been riderless since King Jaehaerys' death decades prior. There is no telling how its tolerance for people or discipline has evolved during its years in solitude. Following his Black Adam cameo, Henry Cavill opens up about returning to the DCU as Superman while also teasing his future appearances as the Man of Steel. While the DCU has come a long way, Warner Bros. Discovery's interconnected universe has been missing the hero that got the franchise started back in 2013, Superman. As Dwayne Johnson brought Black Adam to life on the big screen, the recent DCU installment also served as the return of Cavill's Superman, who hasn't been seen since 2017's Justice League. Ever since the controversial Justice League cut from Joss Whedon, Superman's place in the DCU became a massive mystery, as it was never clear if the British star was going to return to the franchise as the DC icon. However, with Cavill's cameo in Black Adam, it looks like there is a new beginning for the Superman veteran. Following Black Adam's release, Cavill took to Instagram to officially announce to the whole world that he would be returning as Superman on a more regular basis. Cavill recently participated in a live taping of Josh Horowitz's Happy, Sad, Confused podcast via The Hollywood Reporter, where the host asked the DCU star more about what lies ahead for his Superman. Cavill was unable to give major specifics, but his comments bode well for what lies ahead. He said, "Right now I can't share anything, but in time I'll be able to share and everyone will hear all the exciting things to come. There is such a bright future ahead for the character, and I'm so excited to tell a story with an enormously joyful Superman." Even though Cavill's Superman only appeared in Black Adam for a couple of seconds, there are several things in the works for the character. While neither Warner Bros. Discovery nor DC Studios have confirmed it yet, Man of Steel 2 is in development, and they are reportedly meeting with screenwriters for pitches for the film, which would likely star Cavill. Johnson and various Black Adam producers have also stressed that there are plans for a long-form storyline in mind for the Kahndaq God and Superman. Whether that will be in Black Adam 2 or in a different DCU picture remains to be seen. Whatever is being lined up for Cavill's Superman, the world is clearly ready to see more of his take on the DC legend, after being absent from the big screen for all these years. Since James Gunn and Peter Safran's gigs as the leaders of DC Studios go into effect starting on November 1st, Cavill's Superman projects will hopefully be what is prioritized first, especially after his scene in Black Adam. Superman has always belonged on the big screen, and even though it's exciting to see the DCU expand with new heroes and villains, the franchise needs the hero that made the DC world possible. Hopefully, after the positive reception from his appearance in Black Adam, it won't be too long until the DCU sees Cavill back as Superman. A Silver Surfer solo project is reportedly in the works at Marvel Studios and is being planned to release before the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Fantastic Four. According to The Cosmic Circus, Marvel is developing a Silver Surfer solo project in Disney Plus's special presentation format. The project will feature Norrin Radd, aka Silver Surfer, working for Galactus in the far corners of the cosmos. Radd will reportedly not be on Earth in the special presentation, nor will any previously established Marvel Cinematic Universe cosmic characters appear. However, Marvel is reportedly planning for this Silver Surfer project to be released ahead of Fantastic Four, suggesting the Disney Plus special and film might be linked. In the comics, Radd was an astronomer from the planet Zenn-La. He saved his homeworld from the planet devourer Galactus by agreeing to serve as the cosmic entity's heralds. Galactus transformed Radd into the Silver Surfer and tasked him with seeking out new worlds to be devoured. As the Silver Surfer, Radd is powerful enough to destroy planets and solar systems, and served as an antagonist in several Fantastic Four stories. Since the upcoming Fantastic Four movie is currently set to premiere in February 2025, audiences can expect a Silver Surfer Disney Plus special to release in either late 2024 or early 2025. Rumors have been circulating about the highly anticipated debut of the Fantastic Four in the MCU, which will be helmed by WandaVision director Matt Shakman. No casting information has yet been released, though several actors have been reported to be in the running for Marvel's famous comic book family. Earlier this year, Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures announced that the Saw franchise isn't done yet, revealing that a 10th installment of the horror franchise is coming next year. Few details were revealed and still remain murky, but fans of the franchise have an exciting thing to look forward to: the return of Tobin Bell. He will reprise his role as John Kramer, aka Jigsaw, for the upcoming movie. This will mark the 9th Saw movie Tobin Bell has starred in, with the most recent, Spiral from the Book of Saw, being the only movie he didn't appear in. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.